Ladies and gentlemen, the Chicago Cubs do something they haven't done since 2018. Also, on this crazy, crazy day where things have just went awry in this country, we get a bright spotlight on one good thing, that is Anthony Rizzo returning home. Also, the Chicago Cubs magic number got dials down even lower. Y'all, we have so much to talk about. A great episode, and we get to fly to W. We got to talk about it all, baby. But first, let me hit y'all with that intro. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. What's going on, everybody? It's your boy, Mike Jones, back again with another episode of Chicago Cubs Central, your number one spot for all things Chicago Cubs. Listen, I'm your host. I'm elated to be here on this most sacred of days. Why is it sacred? Because Anthony Rizzo has announced that he is retiring from baseball. He has given the game all that he's had. He never shortchanged the game. He always tried to play to the best of his ability. Y'all, let me tell you something. I don't care if you think about Anthony Rizzo as a New York Yankee. I don't even care if you think of Anthony Rizzo as a San Diego Padre. In my eyes, Anthony Rizzo will forever and always be a Chicago Cub. This poster right back here on my wall, Anthony Rizzo jumping into the arms of Chris Bryant, jumping into the arms of Javi Baez as the whole entire team celebrates the Chicago Cubs 2016 World Series run. The captain of that team, Anthony Rizzo. The man that wanted to go down with the ship, Anthony Rizzo. Listen, the man that made such an impact in Chicago. Between him and Kyle Schwarber, they did so much good work in Chicago in their time here. Charity and philanthropy work, and so many things that can't even be measured. I'm just so elated for Anthony Rizzo. I did talk a little bit earlier on X about it. But I just get in my emotions and my feelings because Anthony Rizzo means so much to me. He was my favorite Cub from the 2016 World Series type era team. Anthony Rizzo obviously came to the team in 2012. And like I said, Jed and Theo traded for him because they believed in him. He had actually been drafted through Boston when they were there. And they believed in Anthony Rizzo, and they caught back up with him again in San Diego. And they believed in him when they were trading for him for the Cubs, that he was going to be a big piece of a winning championship team. Anthony Rizzo set the standard for the Chicago Cubs. He was the first one to really set the standard and set the expectation for the team. Even when they were still having losing seasons, Anthony Rizzo was the one setting the expectation for the club to come out and to perform. And things just kept getting better and better and progressing and progressing. And we have Anthony Rizzo to thank for that 2016 World Series. We do. I mean, he is one of the people that we need to be thanking for that. He should never have to buy a beer or a meal in the city of Chicago ever. I don't care if you're a White Sox fan or not. Anthony Rizzo means so much to this city, so much to this team, so much to me. I need you guys to comment below. What is your favorite Anthony Rizzo moment? What is your favorite Anthony Rizzo moment? My favorite Anthony Rizzo moment is got to be when Anthony Rizzo, David Bodie they were playing the Arizona Diamondbacks, and the closer was up. And David Bodie had just hit a 2-run homer to tie the game up. Chicago had battled all the way back. I think they were down like 8 or something. They battled all the way back to tie the game up. Bottom of the 9th, and they tie it up. And then after that, Anthony Rizzo comes up, and it's JD, and it's he works for the White Sox now. I can't think of his name. Lynn Casper. And JD's hyping it up. He's like, go for it. Just go for it. Go for it. And literally, Anthony Rizzo hits a home run and walks it off for the Chicago Cubs in that game. One of my most favorite moments. I know everybody's favorite moment, and Anthony has talked about this on the Johnny Manziel podcast. One of his favorite moments was trying to fight the whole Cincinnati Reds team by himself, including our oldest Chapman, which, like I said, he then realized afterwards, once Aroldis Chapman got got traded to Chicago Cubs, just how big of an individual Aroldis Chapman was. And I probably would have done some damage to that man. But at that time, Anthony Rizzo represented kind of what Joakim Noah represented for the Chicago Bulls. Like, Derrick Rose was the most skilled basketball player, but Joakim Noah was the heart of the Chicago Bulls. Anthony Rizzo, to me, was the heart of the Chicago Cubs. He was the guy that just made the whole engine go. And literally, he gave us so much swag and so much charisma, so many funny moments, so many cool moments, so many fun stuff that happened. Anthony Rizzo, you mean so much to the Chicago Cubs, so much to this organization, so much to the fan base. And I'm so excited that you are coming back to Chicago. He will sign a contract with the Chicago Cubs, retire a Cub, and he will be honored Saturday. Listen, he ain't the first and he ain't the last is going to do that, especially not from that 2016 team. You will probably see Chris Bryant eventually come back home and retire a Cub. You will probably see Javi Baez come home and retire a Cub also. And probably Kyle Hendricks also. So it's just something different here, man. Doing that with that 2016 team, these guys, they mean something to this city. They mean something to this fan base, and they will never be forgotten. Anthony Rizzo will also now be an ambassador for the Chicago Cubs. So like I said, he'll be around the ballpark, and I'm almost positive a few years down the road, they probably will either retire 44, but definitely he'll put on that blue jacket and he'll be in the Cubs Hall of Fame, and it's well deserved. Shout out to Anthony Rizzo, man. We appreciate all that you've done. I have been talking ad nauseum, and I still will continue to talk about the product, the brand that has changed my life and can change yours too. What's that product? It's Dubby. It's an all-natural energy supplement that you can take on the daily to help you get through those urges, those moments when you want to nap, then when you hit the cliff, or if you had a long night the night before and need to get through another crazy day of the hustle and bustle, the 9 to 5, whatever you got going on. Dubby is your energy drink. That's right. Not to mention, when you buy a container of Dubby, it actually equals out to almost $1 per drink. You can mix it in with whatever you want, whether that be a juice, whether that be a water, whether that be some type of other energy flavored drink, whatever you want, you can mix Dubby with it and it will do the trick for you. Guys, I don't understand what you're waiting on. Dubby takes care of everything for you. All you have to do is go on to the Dubby website and place your order. And at this time, when you do that, all you have to do is put in Cubs Central Pod 2024. That's right, Cubs Central Pod 2024. And you get 10% off on your Dubby order. That's right. Hey, listen, guys, I'm telling you right now, Jitterless Energy. They have all different types of different flavors for you. Dubby has what you need. Be better with Dubby. The Chicago Cubs did also play baseball tonight. They did beat the Atlanta Braves 3-2 off the back of 4 innings, decent innings pitched by a returning Jameson Taillon. He pitched 4 in the third, allowed 6 hits, but only 2 earned runs, 1 walk, and 2 strikeouts on 79 pitches, 54 of those being strikes. His ERA is 4.15. After him, Taylor Rogers came into the game, pitched a scoreless. After him, Porter Hodge came into the game and pitched 2/3 of a scoreless with 2 strikeouts. And then Caleb Thielbar came in and pitched a full inning of baseball, and his was scoreless with 1 strikeout. Brad Keller then came in after that and pitched 1 hit, 1 strikeout, scoreless inning. And then last but not least, Andrew Kittredge came in and pitched a scoreless 1 strikeout inning of baseball. And the Chicago Cubs pick up the victory off the back of who? The pitching. That's right. Exactly like I told you guys on the Sunday pod. In order for the Chicago Cubs to get past the Atlanta Braves and win this series, they were going to have to do it off the back of pitching. And sure enough, that's exactly what the Chicago Cubs did, winning their 83rd game of the season And guys, of course, every single time the Chicago Cubs win a game, we got to fly the W right here on the Chicago Cubs Central Pod. I appreciate each and every last one of you guys that have flown the W with me 83 times this season. 83, y'all. Man, listen, and we still got 3 weeks of baseball left to go. I'm telling you, it's something special happening with this Chicago Cub team, and we might make that 90 win mark if we get our acts together. We'll see. We got to play Tampa Bay, and we got to play So we'll see Tampa Bay on Friday at 1:20. Then we'll see the Pirates Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, and then we do 4 with the Reds Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday in Cincinnati. Then we do the Mets, and then we do the Cardinals. We got basically 2.5 weeks of baseball left in the regular season before the postseason will start. So listen, man, the Chicago Cubs, they got some business to handle, still some things to do, and they have time to right this ship and to prepare for the postseason. The Chicago Cubs, this is the first time since 2018 that they won a series in ATL. The wild card number now is 8. And yeah, like I said, the Chicago Cubs did what they had to do to win another game. Your pick to perform player of this game is none other than Brad Keller. Why Brad Keller? Because Brad Keller, to me, has been stellar for the Chicago Cubs for as long as I can remember. Since before the All-Star break, he has literally handled business for the Chicago Cubs. He may give up some hits, but all in all, Brad Keller has done wonders for this ball club. Brad Keller, 21 and a third innings pitched, 26 Ks, 4 hits, 0.47 whip, and a 0.00 ERA. Listen, let me tell you something. The dominance of what Brad Keller has brought to this team and what he's done for this bullpen, stabilizing it, taking us through some really, really tough times, you cannot measure that just with a stick. Let me tell you something. He has been an amazing part of this ball club and what they bring to the table, and we're thankful for it because Lord knows we needed it. The Chicago Cubs needed to pick me up. Brad Keller was there to give them that pick me up. And listen, because of that, the Chicago Cubs have seen much success, and they won some games they probably would have lost had they had faultier pitching. So thankful for Brad Keller. We're thankful for Caleb Tealbar. Andrew Kittredge has kind of found his way a little bit. It was interesting him being put in that closer spot. I really thought that was going to be Brad Keller's spot, but they gave it to Andrew Kittredge tonight, and he did his thing for what it's worth, like I said, and it was quick. So yeah, man, listen, that's the story about today. I appreciate each and every last one of you guys for tuning in. Make sure you comment below. Tell me your favorite Anthony Rizzo moment below. Share in your joy for Anthony coming back home to Chicago, to the Cubs. Can't wait to see him this weekend as the Cubs face Tampa Bay. It's going to be great. I think it's going to be great vibes around the city, and hopefully the Chicago Cubs can pick up 2 or 3 victories. Listen, that's my time. I appreciate each and every last one of you. Until next time, go Cubs, go.
Thank you for watching another episode of Chicago Cubs Central, the #1 spot for all Chicago Cubs content. Remember to like, share, subscribe for more Cubs content.